They walk past it every day. Broken cardboard, torn plastic, old shopping carts, discarded wood. To most people, it's trash. But to someone with no roof, no key, no place to go, it's survival. Tonight, while families lock their doors, while heaters warm quiet bedrooms, there are men and women searching through dumpsters, not for treasure, not for luxury, but for walls. This is how homeless people turn trash into shelter. No one plans to live on the street. It usually starts small: a lost job, a hospital bill, a missed rent payment, one bad month, then eviction, then a car, then nothing. The street becomes home, and the first problem isn't food, it's protection. From cold wind, from heavy rain, from freezing concrete, from other people. Concrete steals body heat. Sleep directly on it, and your warmth disappears. That's why cardboard matters. A single layer can mean the difference between shivering and surviving. Refrigerator boxes become walls. Flattened cartons become insulation, layer by layer. Trash becomes structure. Rain is even worse than cold. Once blankets get wet, warmth is gone. Once clothes soak through, illness follows. So plastic becomes gold. Garbage bags, old banners, broken tarps, stretched between fences, tied to street signs, wrapped around shopping carts. It's fragile. It shakes in the wind. It leaks in heavy storms. But it blocks just enough rain to make it through the night. And sometimes, that's all that matters. A shopping cart isn't just storage. It's mobility. It carries blankets, water, memories, important papers. And sometimes, it becomes a frame. Cardboard stacked around metal. Plastic tied over the top. A small moving shelter. Because nothing on the street is permanent. Police clear camps. Property owners complain. Bulldozers arrive. Everything can disappear in minutes. So shelters must be light. Temporary. Easy to rebuild. Built with one quiet truth in mind. It might be gone tomorrow. Under bridges, in alleyways, behind abandoned buildings, small communities form. Rows of makeshift walls. Clusters of tarps. Unspoken rules. Respect space. Don't steal. Warn others if danger is coming. Because survival alone is harder. And sometimes, even in the harshest conditions, people still look out for each other. This isn't architecture. It's adaptation. It's resilience. It's turning what the world throws away into something that keeps you alive. And while cities glow with skyscrapers and luxury apartments rise above the streets, below them, cardboard walls stand quietly in the dark. Not beautiful, not strong, but enough. Enough to survive another night. Shelter is only the beginning. A wall can block wind. A tarp can stop rain. But safety? That's never guaranteed. When night falls, the street changes. Footsteps sound louder. Voices echo longer. Shadows feel closer. For someone sleeping inside cardboard walls, every noise matters. A zipper moving. A bottle rolling. A sudden cough nearby. Sleep is never deep. It's light, alert, ready to wake in seconds. Because on the street, vulnerability is dangerous. Many homeless people place objects around their shelter. Cans tied with string, loose bottles near entrances, shopping carts positioned like barriers. If someone touches them, they make noise. Noise means warning. Warning means survival. Fire is another tool, not for comfort, for heat. Small controlled flames in metal cans, burning scraps of wood, sometimes even broken furniture. But fire is risky, too big, and it attracts attention. Too small, and it does nothing. Smoke can bring police, or worse. So flames stay low, hidden, carefully managed. Water is heavy, but it's essential. Plastic bottles are collected and stored. Rainwater sometimes becomes drinking water. Old containers become storage units. Even trash bags become waterproof backpacks. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is useless. A torn jacket becomes insulation for walls. Foam from broken couches becomes bedding. Newspapers become extra layers against cold. Wood pallets become flooring. Keeping the body off wet ground changes everything. Elevation means warmth. Warmth means survival. But weather isn't the only enemy. Time is. The longer someone lives outside, the harder it becomes to leave. Without an address, it's harder to get a job. Without a job, it's harder to get housing. Without housing, there is no address. A cycle. Quiet, brutal, and invisible to most people walking past. Many shelters look fragile, and they are. A strong wind can tear them apart. A heavy storm can collapse them. City cleanup crews can remove them in minutes. Sometimes entire camps disappear overnight. Cardboard crushed, blankets thrown away, personal items lost forever. And in the morning, people start again, searching through trash bins, behind stores, near construction sites, rebuilding from what others discard, again and again and again. There's a certain skill to it, a knowledge developed over months. Which dumpsters are best, which stores throw away large boxes, where construction sites leave scrap wood, which neighborhoods are safer at night. It becomes survival intelligence, not taught in schools, learned through experience, sometimes through pain. But even in these fragile shelters, there are personal touches, a photo taped to cardboard, a small battery light hanging from plastic, shoes neatly lined up by the entrance, tiny signs of dignity, of identity. Because even without a house, people still want a home. There's a difference. A house is structure. A home is feeling. And in the quiet hours before sunrise, when the city is still asleep, cardboard walls hold more than bodies. They hold stories, memories, regrets, dreams of something different. Most people see trash, but look closer. You'll see effort, ingenuity, resilience. You'll see someone refusing to disappear, refusing to give up, turning what the world throws away into one more night of survival. Because sometimes, shelter isn't about comfort. It's about making it to tomorrow. And tomorrow is hope. Morning comes quietly, before the traffic, before the noise, before the city fully wakes up. Cardboard walls glow softly in early light. Plastic sheets move gently in the wind. For a few moments, it almost feels peaceful. But peace doesn't last long on the street. Soon, footsteps return. Cars pass. People rush to work, coffee in hand, eyes forward. Most don't look down. Most don't look twice. To them, it's just another pile of trash on the sidewalk. But inside that trash, someone survived the night. Someone fought the cold. Someone stayed awake listening for danger. Someone made it to morning. And that matters. Because survival on the street isn't dramatic. It's quiet. It's constant. It's exhausting. Every day begins with uncertainty. Will it rain? Will police clear the area? Will someone steal what little I have? Will tonight be colder than yesterday? Shelters built from trash are never permanent. They bend, they tear, they collapse. But the people rebuilding them, they don't. There is a strength in adaptation, a kind of intelligence that grows in hardship, knowing which materials trap heat, which corners block wind, which spots stay dry in heavy rain. It's architecture without blueprints, engineering without tools, design without recognition, and yet, it keeps people alive. Some shelters last days, some last weeks, some are destroyed within hours. But each one represents effort, time, energy, hope, because building even the smallest structure means something powerful. It means, I'm still here. It means, I refuse to disappear. In cities filled with glass towers and luxury apartments, it's easy to ignore cardboard walls, easy to pretend they don't exist. But behind every layer of plastic, behind every taped seam, there is a human being, not a statistic, not a headline, not a problem. A person with a past, with memories, with dreams that once looked very different. Turning trash into shelter isn't creativity for attention. It's creativity for survival. It's what happens when systems fail, when safety nets break, when life takes one wrong turn too many. And yet, even in the harshest conditions, people adapt, they build, they endure, they wake up, and they try again. So the next time you walk past cardboard on the sidewalk, pause for a second. Look closer, because what you see as waste might be someone's only protection from the cold. What you see as garbage might be someone's wall against the rain. What you see as nothing might be everything they have. Shelter isn't always brick and concrete. Sometimes it's courage held together with tape, plastic stretched against the wind, cardboard layered with determination, and hope. Hope that tomorrow will be different.